Hope is something that a lot of Ravens fans just simply do not have right now, and you can't blame them. The Baltimore Ravens are sitting at 1-5 right now. They have dug themselves into such a deep hole that it's going to take near perfection to climb out of if they even want to sniff get into the playoffs. So we'll see how things go. But what's crazy, and I might be just a little bit delusional, but what's crazy is that a move that the Baltimore Ravens actually did not make, it got me more excited for potential trades that they actually could do. And let me explain it to you. So a couple days ago, Adam Schefter tweeted out, the Commanders are signing pass rusher Drake Jackson to their active roster per agent Drew Rosenhaus. I know you're thinking, okay, what does that got to do with the Baltimore Ravens? That's Commanders making a move. Well, if you recall, about a week ago, the Baltimore Ravens, they brought in Drake Jackson for a visit because he was lining up some visits with some different NFL teams, and I had said, oh my goodness, that move got Ravens written all over it. Why? Because Drake Jackson, he's a former second-round pick by the 49ers that when he was playing, he looked good, but he got an injury history. So, oh boy, Ravens going to pounce all over that. They're probably going to sign him. They need pass rushers because Odafe, he's gone. Tavius Robinson, now he's gone for the next month and a half, who knows how long. And even before that, Ravens pass rush was a bunch of nothing. It has been very, very ineffective. But especially with the circumstances that they are right now, they need more. So I'm like, oh, that boy, that's going to be a Raven right there. I could see them signing him to the practice squad and then call him up, see how he does, and then go from there. But it did not happen. Why? Because the Commanders got him. Now, the reason that the Ravens didn't sign him, I do not know. I don't know if they tried to. I don't know if they were interested. I don't know if they tried to put him on a practice squad and he declined just like Eric Kendricks did a couple of weeks ago. But who knows? Anyway, he is not a Raven. But I'm not mad at it at all. Because, see, with the Ravens, they do this a lot. And I'm sure every NFL team does it. But since we cover the Ravens and we see the Ravens, we notice it a lot from them where they try to bank on these injured players, especially when their stock drops. They try to take advantage of it, get a nice little cheap deal or something, and hope that they can get a high reward. They don't like taking the big swings too often. Give you an example. Andrew Voorhees. He was supposed to go a lot higher in the draft than he did, but he got hurt. He dropped, and the Ravens said, we're pouncing. Look, we're getting that guy. And guess what? It just has not worked. He's a starter, but it just has not worked out to this point. David Ojabo. He was supposed to be a first-round pick. What happened? He got hurt. Ravens pounced. They said, hey, that guy got all that potential. Oh, we going to be all over that. They got him, and it just did not work out at all. Now, it's not like that with every single story because injuries happen in an unfortunate part of football. But those are the first two guys that just came to my mind. But with this one, that's why I said I thought Ravens were going to do it. Now, the reason that this gives me hope is because they didn't do it. So this could mean, and again, maybe this is a throne of delusion right now. So let me know if it is. But this makes me feel, especially with Lamar Jackson coming back, Roquan Smith coming back, but more so Lamar Jackson coming back, it makes me feel like the Ravens look at the season like, look, our defense, while the Rams did have a lot of drop passes and they had some missed opportunity, bottom line, but our defense, they held the Rams to 17 points. And that's a Rams team that knows how to score, even though Puka Nacua was out for most of the game too. But anyway, our defense is improving. Kyle Hamilton, he's playing more around the line of scrimmage, so he's getting back to that unicorn role where he's just going to be everywhere. We're getting Lamar Jackson back. This part of the schedule, it's easier, even though, again, there's no such thing as an easy game for the Baltimore Ravens because these are still the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of teams are looking at us like we an easy game, so we can't call nobody easy game right now. We ain't got no room to talk trash on nobody. We 1-5, man. We 1-5, so we can't say nothing. But anyway, this makes me feel like the Baltimore Ravens is that they have more potential to take big swings. Instead of doing this low-risk stuff like they love to do, this gives me the potential. They can take a big swing at somebody who can make a significant impact on this team right here, right now. Not no, oh, well, this guy, he's been injured for the past couple of years. He's a free agent. We'll bring. No. Go for it. Go all in. You about to have the best quarterback in the world playing again in a couple of weeks. Go for it. And because, like somebody mentioned yesterday in one of the questions, they said if the Baltimore Ravens, if they lose to the Bears, then should John Harbaugh be out? I said, oh yeah, that's a fireball offense right there. It wouldn't happen, but it should. If they lost to the Bears at the crib after a bye week with Lamar Jackson, he would have to go. He wouldn't, but he would have to go. But they not. And again, the trade deadline is coming up very, very soon. So Ravens, take that big swing, make it happen. EDC, I know you be listening. I know you be watching, and I know you know. I know that you are going to make a significant move to help this team out. Now, you could also do some stuff at the offensive line. I don't think you're going to, but hey, I've been proven wrong before. Feel free to prove me wrong again. I would love if the Baltimore Ravens also make a nice little shift there. Again, you got some guys sitting on the sidelines that could use some opportunity there, that could make some stuff happen. But I don't think the Ravens are going to do anything there. But as far as defense, I do. You're not settling, which is great. So take that swing, make it happen. EDC, I'm counting on you. Let's get into some questions, which is my favorite part of the videos. If you want to be part of it, you can send an email to teamkeepitclean@gmail.com, or if you want to show the channel a little extra love, you can go to patreon.com/Ingravenvids and become a Team Keep It Clean patron. First question came from Jabari. I love that name. He said, this is from Jabari. For starters, I want to pray for God to continue to bless you and your family every step of the way. Hey, I appreciate that, man. He said, now let's get to business. Number one, why would the Ravens go with a backup quarterback that doesn't resemble anything like Lamar, making the offense one-dimensional when we had baby Lamar and Malik Cunningham? Why not groom him as a quarterback instead of a wide receiver? Okay, that's a loaded question right there. So, why would they go with a backup quarterback that doesn't resemble Lamar? And you obviously talking about Cooper Rush. I didn't think it was a bad decision, but then when I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, I guess it is a bad decision. We're going to break that down more in a video that we got coming out later this week, where we really go over some of the largest woes with this offense. As far as Malik Cunningham, I think they just wanted to think of a potential way to get him like on the roster, like to a potential way to use him as a weapon, because they had him when they first brought him in. He was obviously a quarterback, kind of a quarterback in New England. They brought him in and they had him at wide receiver and at I think punt return too. So they were like, no, you ain't doing a quarterback thing here. You're gonna do something else. So that was that, and things were never the same after that. He really didn't get any opportunity for anything. It didn't work out. And it was a bit of a numbers game, opportunity game, but it just didn't work out. Then the Detroit Lions, they signed him to their practice squad before they played us. They said that Malik Cunningham helped them out so much with defending Lamar Jackson. I said, oof, they're so smart. Great coaching right there. Anyway, he said, number two, why would we cut an energy guy like C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who will hold players accountable on his defense? We are playing soft and need a leader on defense. Roquan has failed in that role. Well, with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, also a numbers game, and they said it was a mutual agreement between him and his people and the Ravens, and because he wanted to go in, he wanted to have an opportunity where he could get some more playing time. It wasn't going to be here, especially since right after they signed him, they literally traded for a safety that same day. So that was that. He said number three, we need Keaton Mitchell to be involved in the game plan. He is a home run back. He doesn't get talked about anymore. Ever since the injury, he's for sure healthy by now. Oh, he is. He's healthy, and that. No excuses for that one. There's no reason for that one. There ain't nothing to explain with that one. Yeah, you're right. You're 1,000% right. That's culture malpractice. Anyway, he said, thank you for your time and keep doing your thing, brother. Nothing but love for you and everything you do. God bless. Hey, appreciate you, Jabari. Thank you. Let's not just give up on them Ravens like that. Next question came from my guy, Jfrizzle. He said, hey, brother, hope all is well with you and the family. This is my first time sending something in. Been watching a video since last year and haven't missed not one. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Jfrizzle. He said, I really love the vids, but as a diehard real Ravens fan, I mean from the beginning, when our top receiver was Michael Jackson. I bet a lot of people don't remember him, LOL. But I remember, he said, but I feel like our fans don't act like real fans sometimes. I love our team when we're doing good. They love our team when we're doing good, and trying to find someone to blame and fire when it's going bad. I just get sick to my stomach at times. Listen to it and to the other Ravens podcasts I watch from time to time, they bash the Ravens so bad you would think that they are Steelers fans. Shaking my head. Watching the Ravens as long as I have imagined the emotional roller coaster I've been through these 30 years. LOL. Oh yeah, it's a lot. He said, but no, I love my team and I will never say anything bad about any players or coaches. Sorry, I just won't. And everyone will see the greatest turnaround in NFL history when they go on this run and win the Super Bowl. Watch what I say. I think they got everyone fooled trying to play like they suck, because remember, everyone in the media called them a regular season team and said they don't care what they do into the playoffs. So now they're going to limp into the playoffs and destroy everyone like in 2012. Sorry for the long rant. I just had a lot to say after watching so much. And just like John Harbaugh retiring after another Super Bowl victory, riding into the sunset, I'm out. Hey, look, I ain't gonna be mad. And I've said it plenty of times on here. Like, look, if John Harbaugh and the Ravens, they mess around, not only turn the season around, not only make it to the playoffs, not only make it to, but win a Super Bowl, give him another contract extension. I wouldn't be able to say nothing at that point. Nothing. I don't think anybody would. If these Baltimore Ravens this year, as bad as they've looked, they turn this thing around and go on a run like crazy and win us, nobody can say nothing. Next question came from my guy John. You related to Morgan at all? You might be a little cousin. He gonna know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he said, good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Firstly, as I love sports, I've never been one to listen to sports talk shows. That's where you come in. I really enjoy the channel, and it makes 10-hour drives to and from work week a bit more bearable, though the Ravens are not making it easy this year. Wow. That, that hit, man. That's special. I appreciate that. That made me cry, man. That's wow. I appreciate that. I really do, because for what you said, and it's something so simple, but that was powerful to me. You said you don't listen. You say you love sports, but you never been one to listen to sports talk shows. But you enjoy the channel, so thank you. I appreciate this so much, man. More than you realize, John. Thank you, man. Seriously. Dang, that's real, man. Thank you. He said, number one, am I too critical of his mistakes? Has he not had enough time to prove himself? Is the offense just too ridiculous with the go-for-broke pass plays we run sometimes? Or is Zay a Ravens wide receiver one and not a true number one? Does he lack the takeover ability, or am I just lost dreaming in the elite realm of players like Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, etc.? Though I admit I ignore the turnovers, and it's hard to judge a player's ceiling when the offense lacks identity. Okay, so this is about Zay. Is Zay just a Ravens wide receiver one and not a true number one? I think let's let Lamar get back, cause like you mentioned at the end, it's hard to judge a player's ceiling when the offense lacks identity. They even got Lamar out there. We know Zay Flowers and Cooper Rush, they obviously have no chemistry right now. Zay Flowers had probably one of the worst games of his career against the Rams. It was just bad. There was no excuse. 2 fumbles, even though again he only got credited for 1, but it was 2 fumbles on Zay Flowers. So that was rough. But we know with Lamar, he's much different wide receiver. I know people will point at height, and his height does limit him. But at the same time, was Tyreek Hill a number 1 wide receiver? I'm sure everyone will say, yeah, he was definitely a number 1 wide receiver, and he was short too. So it's just all about the offense. It's all about just how you get it done. So I think he's definitely a Ravens wide receiver one for sure. Is he one of the top receivers in the league? Not yet. Not one of these top 5 like Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. There's Jamar Chase. Can't forget about him. But he's still really good. Zay Flowers still really good, and he hasn't, in my opinion, I don't think he's reached his ceiling yet. Not yet. Not yet. Now, I am still wondering what the Baltimore Ravens are going to do with the 5th-year option and with contract. I wonder how that's going to be something right there. But anyway, he said number 2, as much as I don't want to give up on the season, something has to change. I feel like any success we have will be used to excuse the inexcusable things that are going on. He said, I'm glad we had a run with Harbaugh and a continued level of success, though this season is showing Lamar has kept us at the top. Before Lamar, a Hall of Fame defense kept the special team specialist as a head coach. If Lamar isn't going crazy or isn't available, he has no idea how to make the team win. The fact that we have King Henry and can't run teams into submission and control the clock is embarrassing. That's real. That's real. I don't think anything that you said right there is wrong. Now, I will say, though, like, if you're a head coach and your Hall of Fame potential player in Lamar Jackson, if he misses time, that's going to change everything. Because that's a Hall of Fame. That's the greatest player in the world. You got the greatest player in the world on your team. If he's out for any extended amount of time, yeah, things are going to go south. But I think the thing that's frustrating with this team is that we have a lot of other special players, too. And it just seemed like this roster was so stacked, and like if Lamar went out, we didn't expect him to, but if he did go out, then they were still going to be able to keep things afloat. But yeah. Anyway, he said no defensive line in general, not stopping the run, not getting to the quarterback. What is our offensive line? Can we call them that? Can we consider them an offensive line? Think about Lamar is the 8th most sacked quarterback. He hasn't played in the last 2 games. 2 and 7 is a difference of 1 to 4 sacks, and number 1 being 10 more. It's ridiculous that Lamar is the most elusive quarterback in the league, and he could easily be at the 1 and 2 spot for most sacked quarterback. Yeah, the offensive line has been all kinds of bad, as we know. He says, sorry, long-winded question / rant. We should hope for a higher draft pick for a quality lineman, or the potential to trade back so we can get more picks in the hopes of a quick turnaround and a small rebuild this offseason. I just still want success, man. I really do. I know a lot of people, they think about the future with the draft. Oh, yeah, if we lose out and then we're going to have a high draft. I just don't want that, man. I don't want it. Anyway, he said, I got more questions, but I don't want to flood this email into a novel. Thanks for your time, big dog. Looking forward to the next video. Appreciate it. 2 and 1. What's this about? Next question came from my guy Marcus. He said, first, you are the piece for a lot of us during this Falele from the top of the AFC. A little wordplay with Fall Lele. So Fall Lele from the top of the He said, but here we are. Number 1, do you think Project Pat covered up a lot of our offensive line issues because he is an additional athletic offensive lineman? Yes. Yes, and yes. That's why, again, it's crazy that so many of us fans, we excited for a fullback to come back. That lets you know how much of a quality player he is on this offense. He also said, do you think Harbs, scared of players that have that dog in them? He said Marcus Peters, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Hey, shout out to CJ Gardner-Johnson, man. Because CJ, this man was on the team for 1 week. And I feel like he had my respect for sure. I was excited for him to be here. But I feel like this man is one of the most respected Baltimore Ravens that had the shortest tenures ever. This man was here for a week. And so many of us Ravens fans, we like, man, why they cut him? They could have. So shout out to him. Anyway, do you think Harbaugh is scared of players that got that dog in him? And he said, I'm sure it's a few more that I'm just forgetting. We ain't drafted no real dog since Harb's been here. Now, I did see somebody the other day. They said that ever since obviously Ray Lewis left, Eric Reed left, the team has really taken on Harbaugh, and he's obviously the head coach, so he's a big part of the roster construction and whatnot, because the GMs, they build the team as the head coach wants to build the team. They build the team for him. The GMs don't build the team for them. They build the team for the head coach. But it does seem like this team has really taken on, Harbaugh's identity. Anyway, he said Ray didn't care what the offense did. He felt the defense would carry. I think he cared what the offense did, because if they scored points, then that would make his job and the defense job a lot easier. But I get what you're saying. He said, number 3, we love you, bro, all the way from South Carolina. Shout out to you and your family. Man, y'all just coming through with it this episode. I don't know what it is, man, but I appreciate y'all, man. I love you too. I appreciate you, Marcus, and thank you, man. I got Gambino 3 times. He had actually sent in a question from yesterday, but let's see what he said. He said, my fault. I was texting out of frustration, LOL. I was watching you read it like, dang, my fault, bro. But anyways, I was saying show some love to my channel. And I was saying channel is not just a channel, it's a show, LOL. Appreciate that. He said, but anyway, I didn't mean to say that he's trash, number 84, every game. I watch him. He missed a ton of assignments. Like, what is he learning when he watches film? Now, my whole thing is, do you think we can go on a 10-game win streak? Oof, that is tough. 1 and 5. So that's 6 games. So we got 11 games left. For the 17 games. It's possible. Like we talked about earlier, it will take close to perfection. It's possible though. Anyway, he said, side note, I went through your channel and reacted to each of your thumbnails. He said, I went through your channel and reacted to each of your thumbnails. It's super funny how your thumbnail picks, you like, yeah, ow, yes, dang it, rah, let's go. He said, I mean, it's funny, bro. Appreciate that, man. He said, anyway, you ought to go to for Ravens news. Can't wait until you blow up and let Marlo leave you. Yeah. He said, anyway, you're the go-to for Ravens dudes. I can't wait until you blow up and let Marlo leave you to the podcast and just y'all get off Marlo, man. Let that man do his thing, man. Oh, he said, just kidding. Great stuff. Now, real quick, man, Ravens fan, boy, y'all, if y'all upset with somebody, y'all be frustrated, man. Y'all really do be, because Marlo been getting it, man. He been getting it. I feel for him, man, because that man cannot post a clip from his podcast without Ravens fans just going off on that boy, man. They really do. So that's tough, man. But he had a good game on Sunday, ain't he, against the Rams? So hopefully he could keep stacking those good games and the Ravens start winning, so his podcast can continue to have success. Lamar, the magic savior. Next question came from my guy Lavarre. He said the defense improved in the first half of the Rams game, but unfortunately we're 1-5 before the bye. Do you think Lamar Jackson can somehow repeat his 2018 run and go on a 6-game or more win streak in the back half of the season? Yes. Just a thought. Next question came from my guy Marcelo. He said, Ingraven, my friend, what do you think of this trade? Cowboys receive Derrick Henry and Mark Andrews. Ravens receive a first and a fourth in 2026. I don't like it. I don't. That will leave us Justice Hill, Rasheen Ali, and Keaton Mitchell. I don't like that. I don't like that. Now it wouldn't. Because we wouldn't be able to run up the middle no more. I feel like every single run that we would have to do, well, Rasheen Ali, would be, I guess, the power back in this situation, but every single run that we would do would be pitches to the outside with Justice Hill, with Keith Mitchell and whatnot, and that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but, like, yeah, things would change a lot. Mark Andrews, then Isaiah Likely would obviously take over as tight end 1, which a lot of us anticipate happening, obviously, next year, but, I mean, both of them are free agents, and Charlie Kohler, too, so we ain't got no tight end next year, so we can't focus on that yet, but, he said Cowboys need a running back and a tight end, and Ravens can get O-line and defensive line help both in the first round. So this is something where you done with the season. You're ready to give up on the season. When you look at that, and I know when you read it and break it, it don't sound as crazy. It's still crazy, but nah, I'm not ready to give up on this season. That's a give up trade right there. I ain't ready to do that. Will it finally happen? Next question came from my guy Anthony. He said, what's up, Ingraven? Hope you and the family are amazing. So, he sent this on October 9th. He says, with the Ravens signing C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Well, that was quick. But anyway, he said, and trading for Odafe away for Gilman and adding depth to the secondary, which makes me think Kyle Hamilton will be used everywhere. He was right. My guy Anthony Lewis was right about that. He said, will this finally be the time that Ravens trade for a star pass rusher, maybe even sign a defensive line? See, he gets it. See, so I ain't so delusional. What we talked about at the top of this video, I ain't that delusional. I can be a little bit, but me and my guy Anthony, we right there in this thing together, baby. Anyway, he said, have a blessed day, trust. Hey, I think so. I think so. Because, again, it seemed like the Baltimore Ravens are not going to be settling. They're going to be aiming a lot higher, so that's a beautiful thing.